What is cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Like, comment, and subscribe. And shall we get into the topic today? The Brooklyn Nets just played a preseason game against the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis played most of the game. Coach Bud granted him some extended minutes per Giannis Antetokounmpo's request to help build rhythm going into the season. KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons were all active for the game. And the game was mostly I'm going to say mostly, but the game was pretty much over going into the fourth quarter. It was a blowout. And the big three for the Nets didn't really play the fourth quarter, but Giannis stayed in and him and Brook Lopez kind of brought him back a little bit against the Bucks second and third units. But anyway, regardless to that, this was the best game I've seen from Ben Simmons in this preseason. He put up 7 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists. He looked really good out there. Him, Kyrie, and KD are definitely showing that they're starting to build some kind of chemistry. No question about it. I can tell you right now, the pick and roll, the pick and pop, and the dribble handoffs with Ben Simmons and KD being the recipient is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. And even Kyrie to a lesser degree. And especially if all three of them are on the floor at the same time and they're running these screens, dribble handoffs, rolls. The possibilities are endless on what they can do on the offensive floor. KD, Kyrie, Ben Simmons have at least any given time when you have those three on the court, you're going to have either two shooters with them, or you're going to have one shooter and one slasher/rim protector at any given time. And they have a lot of when you got those three on the floor, they can have Patty Mills. They can have Joe Harris, Nick Claxton. Old boy they just got from Memphis. I can't believe I always forget his name. Hold on, when I pick him in fantasy all the time, but Royce. And some of the younger players that they have that needs to be brought along, and we'll see what their potential is and how they can contribute to the team. But it's going to be a beautiful thing to see how this team comes together, becomes a good cohesive unit. But I don't think it's going to be any problems. In a video I made, weeks ago, one thing I said is that this Brooklyn Nets team, I think, is a very good place for Ben Simmons. He at no given time will he be prompted to be a scorer, or people are going to be looking for him to shoot the ball. There's always going to be other people on the floor to do that. And Ben Simmons' presence is just going to make it easier for those players. He's going to get them easier looks. And he won't be, he like Philadelphia was looking for him to shoot the basketball, but that won't be the case there. He'll get some slashes, he'll get some fast break buckets, some drop in the paints, / easy, layup or dunk. And now I see, I watched probably 70% of the game is that he's developing a little floater in the paint. I see him going to that floater a lot. Looks ugly as hell, but it went in enough times. Hey, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. But I think they can really potentially be something on the offensive end. And recently, Kyrie Irving called the Brooklyn Nets out for not being physical, and it seems like they took his words well, and they came out, against the Bucks with a real good effort. And as a cohesive unit defensively, they looked a little bit more scrappy out there than what we're used to seeing. And, stood up for themselves and applied pressure on the Milwaukee Bucks offense. So, it'll be interesting to watch this team. But I would have to say, even further than what the box score shows, Ben Simmons definitely was a shining star out there. And I don't think the box score does him justice. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not a Ben Simmons fan. In fact, I think he's just soft mentally. He's just soft, bro. The whole thing. I didn't like how everything went down with the Sixers, and I calling him out on his bullshit. That was a bunch of bullshit, but it's behind him now. Whatever. That's you're with the Brooklyn Nets now, and I want to see KD and Kyrie exceed, but Ben Simmons still a little punk ass, but he can contribute to this team and really help out KD and Kyrie on the floor. Together, let's take a look at Ben Simmons highlights from the preseason game versus the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, this video is provided to us by ZH Highlights. Appreciate you. And let's get into it.
Guarded by Giannis.
Look at that. Look at that. Now, Giannis should have committed fully to Kyrie there. He didn't have to.
Dribble handoff to KD, light work. On time, on target.
Butter.
Simmons on the short roll, lobs it up for Claxton.
His passing is a threat. And you got KD and Simmons in there lurking in the paint. That's going to draw attention.
At the elbow, Kevin Durant got a mismatch.
Nobody's giving Ben Simmons attention outside the paint, but if he's in the paint and KD's in the paint, that's eyes. That's eyes.
There's his first one. Looking to attack and gets the floater to go. Been deadly in the preseason.
He's been tremendous, and with what he brings to
good pass, leading them into the three-pointer. A lot of point guards probably would have just dribbled it, up the floor, wouldn't have made that pass. It's knowing your personnel.
700 makes per day. Got the second one to go that time. Marquise Morris is another interesting piece for Brooklyn. Nice
Patty Mills.
In good hands by Patty Mills. Sharp.
Dump off, dunk the ball.
Ben Simmons now with 6 points and 5 assists. Trying to take advantage of the rookie. Going to try and walk him down here.
Good pass. I've seen him do that pass a lot back in Philly. And really, he could get even deeper into the paint than that. Beautiful pass with the left hand.
Okay, so he has the post up.
Good slash, too.
On one end, a couple possessions ago.
Holiday left it on the front rim. Ibaka with the tip out, but it goes to Simmons. Simmons around the world.
Beautiful leading alley-oop. That was a beautiful little floater.
The smile on Ben Simmons' face.
Behind the back, just floated. Hell of a pass. Hell of a pass. Who's that, between Portis and Lopez? Hell of a pass. Leading them to the dunk.
Here's Durant off the screen.
You see that?
Got it.
You see that play right there?
Kevin Durant with 6 points in the ball game.
See that play right there?
Brooklyn already, Doris, with 18 now. Off that.
This is why he's scary. So, right, you got the screen set there, right? KD's coming off a double screen. Now, here we go right here. Ben Simmons, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo right here. Right, you got Drew Holiday right here. KD's coming. Ben Simmons going to hand the ball off to him. Now, just by Ben Simmons being a ball handler and a slashing threat and having a big body, he's 7 foot, it's going to create right there. Absorbs contact right here with Drew. Right. Also, Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't being aggressive enough getting around the screen here after the handoff. So essentially, Ben Simmons right now has Giannis and Drew Holiday pinned. So this is an easy bucket for Kevin Durant that he's obviously going to make. But not only that, this opens up so many more opportunities. This player here can either step out to the three-point line for easy three-point bucket. You see the attention Kevin Durant is bringing. And also, he has to come forward because Ben Simmons has a foot in the paint and could, if he wanted to, could drop down. Which leaves Kyrie Irving's defender, I think that's Carter, his attention span is right over here. Kyrie could even slip down to the corner here for a three-pointer. Or Kyrie could cut to the basket. So Kyrie could have made a sharp cut to the basket here, and Kevin Durant, especially being 7 foot, could have just fed him a pass for an easy layup. Right? Now, if one of these players committed all the way to KD, Ben Simmons could slip further into the paint, and Kyrie Irving come in baseline for a cut, for a layup, because once he slips, Lopez here is going to commit. So many possibilities, and Ben Simmons' big body really is hard to get around when he's setting these screens and giving these handoffs. There's a big body; it's hard to get around, but it's even more lethal because he can drop and cut to the basket and finish at the basket, and he can also pass the ball. So KD is going to get a lot of open looks like this. This is going to be very good for Kevin Durant.
Guarded by Giannis.
So right here, good screen, catches him. Now see right here, Ben Simmons is not a threat here. Ben Simmons is not a threat. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is long enough and athletic enough where he could fully commit to Kyrie, but also have a foot ready to drop back in if Ben Simmons decides to cut to the basket for an easy dunk after Kyrie gets double teamed in the corner here. Right? But you see here, he looks like he was going to start cutting. But they could have easily trapped him, forced him to get rid of the ball, and then Giannis Antetokounmpo drop in. And you still got Brook Lopez here in the paint to give Giannis backup if it comes down to it. You just got to keep rotating your men. Like I said, offensively, I think they're only going to get better. And Ben Simmons, like I said, is going to be able to create a lot of open looks, and he'll be able to get good looks too due to the other playmakers on the floor that can help him out when he slashes to the basket and get inside the box. But I like what I'm seeing offensively. They just have to get better, continue to get better defensively, collectively as a unit. They have to be scrappy. They have to play with more tenacity and vigor. And then I still think they might need one more piece for me to really consider them a championship contender. But, anything's possible when you have KD on the floor. Anything's possible. Stars of that level have the ability to take your all the logic you have and you can just throw it out the window because a star of that caliber has the ability to just take over a game. Nothing else matters. But besides all that, I would still like to see him get better, maybe get one more piece. They didn't get better defensively. But yeah, Ben's looking good so far. Like what I see, I wish him good health, and I hope they can all get along and become a good unit together. All right, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about Ben Simmons. How have you evaluated his performance? And do you think it's a good place for him here with the Brooklyn Nets? I'm curious to hear your opinion. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all on the next one. We out, baby.